For a long time I thought I was lazy. I made many plans, but I did not finish them. Every week I had a new goal. One week I wanted to learn English. The next week I wanted to learn a new skill. Then I wanted to read more books. After that, I wanted to exercise every day. My list became longer and longer. First, this made me happy. I thought I had big dreams, and I wanted a better life. But there was a problem. I wanted to do everything, and because of that, I could not focus on anything. One Monday morning, I decided to change my life. I took a notebook and made a plan. There were 5 goals on the page. Improve my English, learn a new skill, read more, exercise, and wake up early. It looked like a good plan, maybe too good. The next morning I woke up early. After breakfast I watched an English lesson. Then I started an online course. Later I opened a book, and in the evening I tried to exercise. By the end of the day I was very tired, but I was also happy. This is my new life, I thought. The second day was different. During my English lesson, my phone made a sound. I looked at it. There was a new message. Then I saw a short video. The video was about learning another skill. For a moment, I forgot about English. The new skill looked interesting. Maybe I needed to learn that too. A few minutes later, I saw another video. This time, it was about a person who had a very successful business. I started thinking about business. Then I saw a video about money. After that, I watched something about working online. My English lesson was still open, but I was not watching it anymore. This happened again the next day and the day after that. Every time I wanted to focus, something new appeared. A new video, a new idea, a new skill, or a new goal. Everything looked important. Everything looked interesting. So I changed my plan again and again. Soon I had more plans than time. I started many things, but I finished almost nothing. One day I was learning English. The next day I was watching videos about design. After that, I wanted to learn about business. Then I found a new course and joined it. A few days later, I found another course. That one looked better, so I left the first course. Start. Stop. Start something new. Stop again. After some time, I felt tired. Not because I was doing too much, but because I was thinking about too much. My mind was always busy. There was always another thing to learn, another video to watch, another person to follow, and another plan to start. One evening, I opened my notebook. It was full of old plans, many ideas, and many goals. There were so many things I wanted to do, but only a few things were finished. For a long time, I looked at the pages. Then I asked myself, why can't I finish anything? At first, I thought the answer was simple. Maybe I was lazy. Maybe I did not work hard enough. But that was not true. Every day I was busy. I watched videos, made plans, looked for courses, and read about new skills. I was always doing something. But was I really moving forward? I did not know. A few days later, I was sitting in a cafe after work. My phone was in my hand. Without thinking, I opened one app, then another, and then another. After almost an hour, I closed my phone. I could not remember what I had watched. That was a strange feeling. So much time was gone, but I learned nothing. That night, I could not stop thinking about it. Maybe I was not lazy. Maybe I was distracted. The next morning, I looked at my long list. This time I did not add anything new. I chose one thing, English. That was all. No new course, no 5 different goals, and no long list. Just English. For 30 minutes I studied. After that I stopped. The next day I did the same thing. Sometimes I wanted to start something new. Many things looked interesting, but I stayed with my plan. It was difficult at first because I was used to changing my goals. I was used to looking for something better. But this time I wanted to finish something. During the first week, I watched simple videos. During the second week, I listened to short stories. Then I started repeating sentences. Little by little, English became easier. Not easy, just easier. And that was enough. For the first time, I was not starting again. I was continuing. A few weeks later, I made another mistake. I found a list of 1,000 English words. It looked useful. Maybe I could learn 20 new words every day. So I tried. For 3 days, everything was fine. On the 4th day, I forgot many of the words. Then I tried something different. Instead of learning many words, I learned fewer words. I listened to short conversations. When I heard a useful word, I wrote it down. Then I made a sentence with it. Later, I tried to use the word again. Slowly, the words started to stay in my mind. That experience taught me something important. More was not always better. Sometimes less was better. One goal was better than 5 goals. A few useful words were better than many words I would forget. 30 minutes every day were better than 6 hours on one day. And finishing one thing was better than starting 10 things. Months later, I looked at my old notebook again. The old pages were still there. I smiled. That person felt very familiar. He wanted to change his life, but he thought changing his life meant doing everything at once. Now, I understood something different. Change did not always come from doing more. Sometimes change came from doing less but doing it well. The world was still full of distractions. There were still new videos, new courses, new ideas, and new people telling me what I should do. But I did not need to follow everything. I did not need to learn everything. I did not need to start every new thing. One thing at a time was enough. Maybe I was not lazy. Maybe I was never lazy. I was just living in a world where everything wanted my attention. For a long time, I gave my attention to everything except the things that really mattered to me. Learning to focus did not happen in one day. I still get distracted sometimes. I still find new ideas, and I still want to do many things. But now, when something new appears, I ask myself one question: do I really need this now? Sometimes the answer is yes, but many times the answer is no. And when the answer is no, I let it go, because not every opportunity is my opportunity. Not every interesting idea is a goal, and not everything needs my attention. For a long time, I wanted to change my life. In the end, I did not need a perfect plan. I did not need to do more. I did not need to learn everything. I only needed to stop giving my attention to everything. That was my story with distraction in the age of distraction.